Take the first step, no more, no less, and the next will be revealed. Nobody is wired wrong because there's no wrong and right in the way we are. Failure always stands in our way, but we have to move forward without any fear. That's the way success comes. There's a great joy in living a life others rarely understand. What a waste my life would be without all the beautiful mistakes I've made. Bloom as if you want to make the whole world beautiful. The first step towards getting somewhere is to decide that you are not going to stay where you are. Success is doing what you want to do, when you want, where you want, with whom you want, as much as you want. All great things must first wear terrifying and monstrous masks in order to inscribe themselves on the hearts of humanity. If you know how to remain peaceful from within, then there is nothing in this world that can create trouble in you. Depression isn't a war you win. It's a battle you fight every day. You never stop, never get to rest. It's one bloody fray after another. I'm not afraid of death. I just don't want to be there when it happens. Because even if the lie is beautiful, the truth is what you face in the end. Don't tie your success to anything other than what's inside you. Now this might disturb you, but I find I'm okay by myself, and I don't need you or your benevolence to make sense. All teachings are mere references. The true experience is living your own life. Then, even the holiest of words are only words. When we embrace who we are, the world embraces us right back. Earning is not possible without learning, and learning is not possible without burning. The day we put an end to believing in hope will be the day we stop existing, for without hope, we are nothing. Problems that remain persistently insoluble should always be suspected as questions asked in the wrong way. You can always look up to others for inspiration, but never for comparison. I enjoy growing older and wiser and learning from my mistakes every single day. Arrival in the world is really a departure, and that, which we call departure, is only a return. We have to speak the truth always, at any cost, and no matter what. If your desire is for good, the people will be good. The value of surrounding yourself with positive people is not what you get from them, but how good a person you have become because of them. There is only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure. Failure is when you give up. A real winner is someone that doesn't give up, even when it feels like they are losing. The beautiful thing about learning is that nobody can take it away from you. To leave, after all, was not the same as being left. The people I distrust most are those who want to improve our lives but have only one course of action. Do not take life too seriously. You will never get out of it alive. It was not the feeling of completeness I so needed, but the feeling of not being empty. If I lived a million lives, I would have felt a million feelings, and I still would have fallen a million times for you. Vulnerability is the least celebrated emotion in our society. If the truth considered your feelings, then it must consider the feelings of all living creatures. Peter Ojo. Happiness simply cannot be relied upon as a measure of success. Be not angry that you cannot make others as you wish them to be, since you cannot make yourself as you wish to be. It takes too much energy to be against something unless it's really important. Behind all seen things lies something vaster. Everything is but a path, a portal, or a window opening on something other than itself. When inequality takes root, a garden of problems flourishes. You don't have to worry about burning bridges if you're building your own. I believe in spectacles, but I think as necessary too. Every second alive is the greatest gift we will ever know. Remember, success is a journey, not a destination. Have faith in your ability. You will do just fine. Maybe everyone is just waiting for someone else to save them. Despite your best efforts, people are going to be hurt when it's time for them to be hurt. The demon that you can swallow gives you its power, and the greater life's pain, the greater life's reply. Perhaps it would be simpler if you just did what you're told and didn't try to understand things. We strive for harmony, but it is not always realized. Our moral economy went bankrupt long before our financial one. I will no longer mutilate and destroy myself in order to find a secret behind the ruins. This is how the entire course of a life can be changed, by doing nothing. All human beings should try to learn before they die what they are running from, and to, and why. Some use drugs to silence the pain, others use them to feel the pain they silenced. It takes as much courage to have tried and failed as it does to have tried and succeeded. Regrets are about decisions that you know you should have done different. Our lives can't be measured by our final years, of this I am sure. Happiness is the only thing worth fighting for in life. In the desire to control others, we lose control over ourselves. I have a dream that one day little black boys and girls will be holding hands with little white boys and girls. It is not worth the while to let our imperfections disturb us always. The truth is that judgment and fear will never stop, but they don't actually do anything. At first, they'll only dislike what you say, but the more correct you start sounding, the more they'll dislike you. If that's the case, I understand why emotions are hard for you. You've numbed yourself to make room for the grief you carry. The camera is an instrument that teaches people how to see without a camera. Dream big. Wake up. Take the first step into the unknown. A man is a success if he gets up in the morning and gets to bed at night, and in between he does what he wants to do. All the world is made of faith and trust and pixie dust. You only struggle because you're ready to grow but aren't willing to let go. Sometimes things become possible if we want them bad enough. There are no bad words, bad thoughts, bad intentions, and words. You have to realize that you are everything and more just on your own. He who speaks without modesty will find it difficult to make his words good. Man's naked form belongs to no particular moment in history. It is eternal and can be looked upon with joy by the people of all ages. Happiness is part of who we are. Joy is the feeling. When the world pushes you to your knees, you're in the perfect position to pray. Remember, the time you feel lonely is the time you most need to be by yourself. Life's cruelest irony. The pure present is an ungraspable advance of the past devouring the future. In truth, all sensation is already memory. Dedicate yourself to what gives your life true meaning and purpose. Make a positive difference in someone's life. To develop the habit of gratitude or make it a lifestyle, we must learn to exhibit or practice gratitude in the ordinary affairs of life. I think of life as a good book. The further you get into it, the more it begins to make sense. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. Imagine no limitations. Decide what's right and desirable before you decide what's possible. What one thinks is right is not always the same as what others think is right. No one can be always right. Alive or dead, the truth won't rest. Rise up while you can. The past is a place of reference, not a place of residence. The past is a place of learning, not a place of living. It is an ironic habit of human beings to run faster when they have lost their way. Fight for what you believe in, for if you don't, you will be forever fighting against yourself. I will continue my path, but I will keep a memory always. Our society is run by insane people for insane objectives. If you don't behave as you believe, you will end by believing as you behave. Mr. Franz, I think careers are a 20th century invention, and I don't want one. Forgiveness doesn't have to be when they are sorry, but when you show compassion to those who don't deserve it. Fear is oftentimes born of ignorance and misconception. It lays waste to the landscape of the soul. When you choose one way out of many, all the ways you don't take are snuffed out like candles, as if they'd never existed. There is but one true philosophical problem, and that is suicide. Doing nothing is better than being busy doing nothing. Common man's patience will bring him more happiness than common man's power. Live your life. Be happy as you can be. Let go of the things that don't matter and fight.